back, boy. Nobody's safe. Hold up. Hold up. Nobody's safe. Hold up. Hold up. Nobody's safe. Hold up. Nobody's safe. Hold up. Yo. Bring that back, boy.
Now it don't want to work. Oh, now it want to work. Y'all viewers don't know the amount of frustration that I go through to do this podcast for y'all guys, bro. Y'all really don't. So, Caesar.
Yes.
Sync in 3, 2, 1. Clap. Alrighty. We're here today with another episode of Nobody's Safe, where safety isn't really an issue because nobody has it. So, we're going to be doing two separate podcasts. One podcast we're going to be talking about E3, and one we're going to be talking about miscellaneous topics. This is going to be the one where we talk about E3. And miscellaneous topics one is going to be up there, like in the icon and down in the... So, first we're going to start off with the interesting stuff. And some of this news may be a week or two out of date, but who cares? Y'all really here for us to roast stuff. Instagram did a test where they removed the likes off of certain posts and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Ceez, you go first because you had some interesting points last time.
Oh, if I can recall what I said, let me think. No, actually, you go first about what the topic is about, then I'll talk about it.
Alright, so basically Instagram did a test where they removed likes off of their likes off of posts. Like no post period had likes, and they tested this idea out in Canada. And the main reason why I believe they did this, let me put this right here. The main reason why I believe they did this is to do a test because, wait, hold up. Let me close this door. Wait a second. Y'all don't know how much struggle I go through to record these. Y'all better be liking these videos and sharing them with people so that everybody else on the planet in the world knows. And if you don't, I'm gonna beat your dog in a submission. Okay, so anyway, like I was saying, so they were removing the likes off of stuff because in a lot of situations there's a lot of social pressure to like have more likes than the next person, have more of this, have more of that than the next person. So they removed the likes as they removed likes as a whole from Instagram in Canada, and they're testing it to see how it's working. Yeah, I lost my train of thought. Chugga chugga choo choo.
Oh, okay. Okay. Pressure of likes. Okay. Well, to me, as somebody very new, like very, very new of using Instagram, just use one like for a month. Just when I post a video, or actually it's mostly, I usually post like pictures, but when I post something, I tend to get a little bothered when I'm not getting enough likes, but I don't let it I don't get too serious about it.
Me, I honestly don't care. Because me personally, I look at it like this. If I don't get 100,000 likes, it's not like YouTube where you could get paid for each view. Because if I don't get a lot of views on YouTube, I'm not gonna like die over it. But at the same time, it's like most of the largest YouTubers been doing YouTube for like 10 years, like since YouTube came out, like doing YouTube since YouTube started. So for him to have as much as he has, like in subscribers and stuff, it makes sense. And like the Timothy Delghettos, the video game donkeys of YouTube. Oh, I didn't watch Brightburn and I didn't watch Dark Phoenix, so you get to spoil it for me. But
Okay.
But like, it doesn't really bother me at all or anything. Oh, wait, I lost my train of thought. Okay, let's just go to the next topic. So Google Stadia. What's your feelings on it?
Well, this to me, I feel like this is probably I want to say this is a new generation of consoles, since it's gonna. I heard it's gonna kill Xbox or PlayStation.
Hold up a second.
Okay, even though this is a not platform. This new type of platform made like disrupt the entire the console industry, right?
Yeah, the gaming industry. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, game. Yeah. Because like since like the Google presented, like you can connect to your phone, your TV, your tablet, all that. And they have their own remote too. So I don't know how's this gonna affect Nintendo.
It's not gonna. Stadia is not gonna affect Nintendo. It may affect Xbox and PC. You know why? Because Nintendo been around for years. Like Nintendo been around for multiple generations. So nobody's just gonna up and say, you know what? I hate Nintendo, and just up and leave Nintendo's loyalty. Like Nintendo nerds, as I call them, are usually extremely loyal to Nintendo. So they're not just gonna up and leave Nintendo like that. Versus PlayStation, it's like, I mean, the Japanese market is very favorable to PlayStation. So PlayStation has a market with Japan at least, and Nintendo's worldwide. So no Nintendo fan is just gonna up and give up on Nintendo for any one little misdecision or anything like that. So I don't think Nintendo will be affected, and PlayStation, if they're affected, it won't be that much. At Xbox, they might take a huge hit. One, because their console, like, there's no real reason to buy an Xbox, honestly, because what games they got? Halo and Gears of War, Xbox exclusives. Okay, but those are only games Americans really play. Versus like yeah, those are like American-based games. Like those are games. Like I'm not saying nobody else from any other country plays it, but they're very Americanly mindseted, if that makes sense. Versus PlayStation, any anime that gets a video game, it's always gonna go to PlayStation. If it's a video game based off of an anime, it's gonna go straight to PlayStation. So PlayStation at least has that whole entire market under lock. Versus Xbox, again, they just got America. Nintendo, they have the whole world. They got everybody. Like Nintendo, no matter who comes in to compete with Nintendo doesn't have to worry, because Xbox and PlayStation, they tried their little motion control little shtick. Did that work? Nope. They tried copying Nintendo's old school format. That didn't work. Like what I find crazy is that Nintendo, like, people will go crazy if the PlayStation went crazy when they found out the PlayStation's 4K wasn't really 4K. They just took the 1080p and stretched it out so that it would fit on a 4K screen. Nintendo, bro, you know the Nintendo Switch is their first HD console, because 720p is still considered technically standard definition, and the Wii U was an SD. It took them 30 the first HD console was in like 2006. So the GameCube, the GameCube, the Wii U, until the Nintendo Switch. So that's 4 consoles. 3 consoles after, So it took them 3 consoles after the HD generation started to have an HD console. And the Nintendo Switch, if you didn't know, Caesar, the Nintendo Switch, when you put it in a dock, is 1080p 60. The Xbox One is 4K right now, but the Nintendo Switch is 1080 60. You know why? Because the Xbox, they just have a bunch of games. Versus Xbox and PlayStation, they just have, well, no, not Xbox. Xbox has no games. PlayStation, they have a catalog of games that are exclusive to PlayStation and exclusive to PlayStation only, and they have their own. As I said, they have their own market in Japan. Like Japan, when it comes to PlayStation, is its own market within itself. Versus Xbox, again, is just America. Now, America does have a video game market, but it's not like Japan. Like Japan's video game market, that's not gonna die like anytime soon or at all. In America, it's not gonna die either, but we're not up to Japan with our video game isms. Like in America, it's still hard to find esports on TV. Like, we're not there yet. We're not there yet. That's what I'm trying to get at. Japan, like, they have an established video game markets. They have laws and stuff on video. Well, not really, but like there
is. I think in some places in Asia they have.
Yeah, but you get what I'm saying. Like video games are so popular over there that their government understands video games and how they work. You know what that reminded me of? Remember when the mayor banned everybody who was a registered sex offender from Pokemon Go?
I don't remember that. you
Alright, so like that's the whole story. If you a registered sex offender, he gave the list of every registered sex offender, and he said if you find their accounts or any accounts registered under these names, ban those accounts. Which was very stupid because his logic was you can use a lure to lure kids to come to wherever you're at, and then after you use that, you can like snatch the kids up and put them in a van, or like he I don't know what kind of retarded logic it is he had when he thought that up, but obviously he didn't play the game because lures don't work unless you're near this place. And like, you don't have to be right next to where the spot is at. It's not like real life lure, it's a virtual lure. So I can stand across the street and still get the Pokemon. So it's not like the lure is like, I have to be standing exactly right here to get this lure. So when I stand exactly right here, a man's gonna come out of nowhere, dump a trash bag over my head, kick me in the back of a van and into a box. That's stupid. Versus Japan, they have laws that actually make sense in terms of video games. Like they have video game addiction camps, which I personally think is not the same as like drug rehab, because drug rehab is that's a whole different topic. But like in America, they're starting to get onto the video game law trend. Like I don't remember the exact details, but there was a governor somewhere who was trying to make a law to limit microtransactions, and to either limit microtransactions, well, it's 2 of them I heard about. One was to limit microtransactions to where you can only buy a certain amount, and another one was to
ban them?
No, not ban them. Another one was now I got it. You had to disclose what the odds were. So for example, let's say if I buy 6 chests, I'm guaranteed within buying 6 chests, I'm gonna get at least 1 legendary item. Like that, so I know how much it is. Because at that point it's not gambling. But if it's RNG and I don't know what it is, like at all, like I have no idea what my odds are of getting something, or like out of every 100 items you get, you might get 10 rares and 2 ultra rares. Like then it's not much of a guessing game, because then it's like, oh, if I buy 100 boxes then I know I'm gonna get at least one legendary. Or if I buy 10 boxes, I know I have a chance at getting one specific item that it's a common item, but I want this one specific item. Yeah, so the idea is really that it's not gambling if you have an idea of how much it takes to get said item, because then it's like you know what you're paying for. But if they don't disclose like how long it'll take to get a said item or make it so that you can buy the item, then you're just buying crate after crate after crate after crate, hoping to get this one item, and then you buy 100 crates and you don't get this item. So you spent let's say each crate is $5. 5 times 100, you spend $500 getting 100 crates just to get a whole bunch of stuff you don't even want. So like,
or you dump your whole savings there.
You dump your whole retirement fund and you bought 100 of them. So now you just bought 100 of them. You can't go back on that because you already paid for it. It's credit. So like that's what they're trying to stop. Well, not stop, but they're trying to put a limit on it by either like saying you can't buy over a certain amount of microtransactions, or the one way it was saying you can't buy a certain amount. They were also saying that they should make it to where if you're under a certain age, you shouldn't be able to buy it because technically it's gambling. And the main thing I heard from the people who was talking about that, because they were saying, okay, you're gonna stop kids from buying loot boxes so that they don't get like a gambling addiction or anything. He was like, okay, cool, but what are you doing about me? He was saying, as in him and the adult. He was like, okay, you're trying to protect the kids, cool. Well, what about the adults? It's your job to protect the kids as much as it is to protect the adults. So what are you doing about me? I could just buy as many loot boxes as I want and just whatever. It's just like whatever, cool, as long as the kids aren't doing it. That's kind of like that's kind of like a weird middle ground.
But so far, where were we? Stadia. We're mostly talking about microtransactions. Stadia.
Yeah. So,
okay.
Google Stadia. So let me read off this information to them first, and then we can get into the discussion. So with Google Stadia, well, Stadia, it really doesn't matter. I don't care. I'm not crying over it. They have out of the games they announced, and by the way, we watched it before they announced it at E3. I watched the original Google Stadia press conference, not the one they did at E3. So if they had different stuff or more stuff or the same stuff at E3, I don't know because I watched it when they originally aired it. Or it could be a different one entirely. So just to let you know. So out of the games they announced, Baldur's Gate, that game, I'm not gonna lie. Like, there are some people who hate it when they don't add gameplay into trailers. But me, I feel like, yeah, gameplay is great, but if you don't show gameplay, at least show a trailer that is somewhat similar to your gameplay. Like, don't show me don't make an 8-bit game and then make this CG 4K trailer of a guy like having this big fight scene with Godzilla, and then I'm playing the game and it's a turn-based 8-bit game of me fighting 4 pixels. Like, you get what I'm getting at? Like, if you have a trailer that doesn't have gameplay, like, make it so that like I can like if I watch the trailer but I played the game and just watch the trailer, I can still understand the gameplay or understand what the gameplay is gonna be like that. I can accept. So Baldur's Gate looked cool. Tom Clancy's I thought it was one game, but that's how much they blend together. Tom Clancy's Recon and Tom Clancy's Breakpoint. First off, who's Tom Clancy and why is he re-releasing the same game with a different name 8 different times? That's what I want to know. That's number one. Number two, I don't feel no interest in this game because it's just another Mr. Army Man run around with a gun, pew 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 for reason game. I'm not interested. That's me personally.
Screens are effective if you can hit the halfback at the right time.
What the games they present?
Yeah, but
Stadia?
on Tom Clancy's Breakpoint.
No, I never seen that. No. Is that the new the Ghost Recon?
Yeah,
Not Ghost Recon.
yeah, the new
No.
Ghost Recon.
No. Oh, I know what you're talking about. I don't know. I'm not quite sure. I never played the Ghost Recon game before.
It's just another game where you run around with a gun and go pew pew pew, blow up stuff, and just like the first couple times it was fun, but then after a while it was like, okay, we're going down the same path as Splinter Cell. Because with Splinter Cell, the first few games were fine, they were cool. Then they made that one for the 360 where you could pick the different classes. So like you could play the game aggressively if you wanted to, if you wanted to, like you could pick how you approach the game. That's cool, but with this one, oh Jesus. But with this one, there's like no actual strategy involved at all. Alright, let's turn this back up.
Yeah.
So, what's the next game? Oh, Guilt. Did you... That one looked pretty interesting to me. I don't have much to say on that.
Wait, Guilt.
Let me see. The scary game one.
Guilt.
GYLT.
GYLT. Guilt game.
Yeah.
I think I've seen that trailer, if I recall. Boo. What does it look like?
A game.
Okay. Okay. Fine. Oh, that looks... Yeah, I think... Yeah, no, I remember now. I remember. Yeah. Okay. It looks interesting, and just looking at the trailer, if I recall, it looked like it's could be open, a little bit like an open world.
Hopefully not.
I don't... What's your opinion on it?
I don't know. I mean, it looks like the trailer was cool, but they didn't show any gameplay. So, and this is not like an established series. Like, this is a completely new IP. So I have absolutely no idea what to expect at all. Because again, they didn't show any gameplay. So that's why I can't really say anything too much on it. I mean, you could tell me the name of the game. You can show me a cutscene. Show me a cutscene from the game. That really doesn't tell me much. That just tells me, yeah, it's a scary game and it exists. Okay, cool. But the purpose of getting the game is to play it. So, like, I feel like if it's a well-established series, I can, like, gameplay, you can hold back on that. But if it's a new IP and you're just coming out of left field with this, and this is like your first time showing it, I feel like you should show, like, switch in between cutscene and a bit of gameplay. But I don't know. Get Packed, yeah, that looks like one of those quirky backside of YouTube, it won't get appreciated till 3 years down the line type of games. I mean, it looks like a cool game to play if you have a couple friends, or if you have it, like somebody gives it to you. I wouldn't go out and buy it. It don't look like one of those type of games where it's like this. I was holding that cough back for like 2 minutes. This doesn't look like a game where I would run out and force myself to go buy it. Like, nah. The Division 2, who cares? Destiny 2, the complete full experience. And they said they're going to put all of the and they said that if you are playing on anything other than PlayStation, because they said at the current time where the trailer was aired during the live stream, they hadn't like settled a deal with Sony. So if you're playing on Xbox or PC, because that's the only platform I'm aware that PC, basically Steam or the Epic Store. I'm not sure about that one either, but I know Steam for sure. you could transfer your Guardian. My question is, why would y'all show the trailer if y'all not talking about Sony? Because majority of people who got Destiny played it on PlayStation or played it on PC. So y'all already got PC support confirmed because you know it's already on the computer. So that I can understand. But y'all still doing a deal with Sony? That makes it questionable. Especially if I'm playing on PlayStation. It's like, I'm already playing on PlayStation. Why not just buy all the DLC? Instead of buying the game again and pay another $60 and then transfer my Guardian and all of that, why not just actually buy the DLC? And also, if I wanted the DLC, more than likely I probably would have brought it the first time around when it came around. So I don't know. That's just the way I feel. I don't play Destiny. Like Destiny DLC is story-based DLC, so I really don't care for a story-based DLC. Like something like Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, I could buy that DLC because it gives you new characters to play with. I don't mind that. But like Call of Duty DLC, I personally feel like there's no purpose. Cause why? Like, ooh, I get a new skin for my gun. They're not like that does nothing for me. Me personally, that does nothing for me. Like, ooh, my gun is
or a new map.
Yeah, my gun was golden, now it's brown.
Oh no.
9 times out of 10, the map DLC is free. So.
Really? I never know that.
Yeah, later on down the line, the important map DLC that, like the DLC maps, most of the time are either free, end up becoming free, or they're like Nuketown, and that's like the one that you'll actually get while playing online. So, Stadia base. Okay. Oh, I said Stadia base. Pause. So, base, Pro, and Founders. So there are 3 different versions of Google Stadia. There's Stadia base, where it's like that's the free version where you can access the website, you can click buy it. So Stadia base is basically if you have your games, you can buy the game, you can play it, whatever, because you still have to purchase the game separately. It's like, alright, think of Stadia base like this. You buy a PlayStation, and you still have to buy the games to play the PlayStation, even though you already have bought the PlayStation. There's the Pro Edition, and the Pro Edition, think of it as like PlayStation Plus, basically. It's like their version of PlayStation Plus. Like you don't have to pay for online. So Stadia base is just, we give you free. It's just there. We give you free stuff. We give you not free stuff, but we give you stuff because
free connection.
Yeah, we give you stuff because you're paying for it. Like, because you're paying for it, we give you extra free stuff every month. The Founders Edition, this is the Pro Edition, and for those of y'all wondering, it's $9.99. The Founders Edition is $129, and that pricing to me is not too bad, and especially the stuff it comes with, I feel like it's good. And one thing to also note, they said that if you would get everything in here separately, it will cost about $300 and something. So for them to have it at $300 and something and knock it down to $129, that's very generous business wise. So they said the Founders Edition comes with a Class Ultra, a Night Blue Stadia controller, which it doesn't really look that special. They said that there are other 3 regular controllers. If you just want to buy a controller, that's cool. But this one comes with an exclusive. Ooh, people love that word. Exclusive Night Blue controller. And the other colors they have, which I don't know why they went out there way to name it this stuff, but they have Clearly White, Just Black, and Wasabi. I'll put a picture on the screen for those of y'all watching it and on YouTube, but for those of y'all listening to it, I feel bad for y'all. Y'all just gonna have to suffer. So Clearly White, Just Black, and Wasabi. and it also comes with 3 months of Google Stadia Pro Edition and 3 months of Buddy Access, which is a pretty cool feature. So Buddy Access is basically where you could give somebody 3 months of Google Stadia Pro. That's it. That's basically what it is. They said, oh, by the way, so you know how PlayStation has and Xbox have the system where your username is technically copyrighted?
That I did not know. I didn't know it was.
Yeah. That's why you could only have. That's why only one person can have one name. That's why a lot of YouTubers, when you pay attention, if you look at it, a lot of YouTubers will put not like, let's say, like his gamer tag isn't expert thief because there's some fan out there using it probably. So he'll put not expert thief, or like Dashy XP, he'll put not Dashy. Like YouTubers do that. So if you get the Founders Edition, you get top priority and first pick. So whatever name you pick, you get to keep that. And they have the same system as Xbox, where if you want to change your name, you have to pay $10 if you want to change your name. Which I personally don't like that system. I feel like I like to change my username a lot and like have it as a lot of different dumb stuff. So I personally don't like that system, but it's Xbox and they like milking the money off of people. PlayStation, if it makes money, they're gonna do it, because at the end of the day, they love their fans, but they're still a business, so I can't really blame them from a business standpoint. And they said that the Founders Edition is only in certain countries, and just for novelty, just in case, it's only available at this current time. The date of this recording is, I got 25 minutes left. Oh Jesus! At this current date is Saturday, June 22nd, 2019. So it's only available in Belgium, Finland, Canada, Denmark, France, Germany, Ireland, Italy, the Netherlands, Norway, Spain, Sweden, the United Kingdom, and the United States of America. And another last thing I wanted to talk about before we go and wrap it up real quick on the Google Stadia note, because yeah, that's all we need for right now on this tip. So for Google Stadia, they have, because this was my concern when they first announced the my concern when they first announced the Google Stadia program idea is they said that whatever device you have it on, it'll be able to do like 4K, 60 FPS, Dolby Digital, all that crazy crackers crap. But my thing was, I have a Chromebook. You can't go 720/60 on a Chromebook in YouTube on a preloaded, downloaded server. I forgot what's the term, but like it takes it from the server and like it loads it up and plays it. Like even if you pause it and let it load, it still won't play smoothly in 720/60 most of the time. So I was like, if Chromebooks have a problem playing YouTube videos in 720/60, how in the world am I gonna play my games at 720p 60 FPS and still have clear, clean gameplay with no latency? And single player games aren't the problem, because single player games, like, the latency matters less because you can just self-adjust. It's a single player game, you can pause the game at any time, who cares? But with the online game or a fighting game, you need to be able to have those Twitch reactions pre-input and stuff like that. So that was kind of one of my concerns. They released this kind of this little tree chart where it shows you all the different internet speeds required. And like I figured, the lower your speed, the less it can stream. And for those of you who don't know, 9 times out of 10, your connection is less than 10 megabytes, probably 5 megabytes. So that means if you use Google Stadia on your Chromebook or anything like that, you're gonna be playing in less than 60 FPS. You'll probably be playing in 480 or 480 60 or 720 30. If you do play, you're gonna have to sacrifice either HD textures or 60 frames per second. That, and I feel like this is a disadvantage to people who live out in a country and stuff like that, because they're not going to be able to play these games as well. as somebody who lives in New York or something like me. That's what I personally feel.
If you have very good connection,
yeah, like if you live in the city, you're fine, you good. But if you live out in like the wildlands and stuff like that, like yeah, you're screwed. But anything else to add? Anything else before we wrap it up?
E3.
No, we're gonna talk about E3 in a different one because we ain't gonna have enough time.
What do you want me to say? What do you say?
I said we're gonna talk about E3 in a separate podcast. Like I'm gonna do 2 podcasts, one for Stadia and etc., and then one for E3. So yeah.
Well, okay. Actually, I remember Dark Phoenix. I saw it, so you don't have to see it.
What's going on in this room?
I don't know. Something crazy. It's my room.
I cut that.
Okay. Dark Phoenix. It is a very bad X-Men movie of all time.
You only got 5 minutes because my computer's dying. So
What?
you have 5 minutes.
You can't charge it?
Nah, I would have
didn't
to run
charge
and go
it?
get the charger, and that would waste time and space on my
Okay,
capture card
okay.
and stuff. So.
Okay, fine. Gee, I had to do the summary. Okay. What else? Spoiler. This is a spoiler. If you haven't watched the movie, that's your problem. Okay. Let's see.
Don't apologize for nothing. That's not what we doing over here. You're not apologizing.
Okay. No, sorry. Okay. What happens? Jean dies, or she somewhat dies at the end of the movie.
Die already?
Yeah, but she's not her physical form anymore. But let's see. Who's that shape-shifting person? I forgot her name. Mystique. Okay, Mystique dies. Jean kills her by accident.
Just like Charles.
Yes. Well, Charles is still alive in the movie.
How?
I don't know why.
Nah, she killed Charles already. How is he still alive?
Yeah. I don't know. She forgive him or for something, but she should have killed him. She should have killed him, because that would be quite honorable, because, you know, again, just like what happened in the old movie, you know, just to bring it back, but that didn't happen.
So I have a question. So you wanted to see him die twice? I didn't want to see him die the first time. The first time he died, it didn't make... Actually, the first time he died in a movie, that was supposed to be the last movie, but then Days of Future Past happened. Oh boy! And by the way, in my opinion, Days of Future Past is where it started going wrong. I couldn't even finish that movie. It was so garbage.
Yeah. What else? Professor X and Magneto are friends. For real.
So like, they're bipolar friends, or this is the part where they where Magneto quit doing evil, like the white suit Magneto. Yeah. So this is still white suit Magneto or red suit Magneto?
No, it's red suit, but he's not
so
Magneto.
They're still off and on friends.
Yeah, they're still they're friends completely. Now because Magneto doesn't have like a huge mutant army that they show in the movie.
Yeah, so that's the white suit Magneto. So the white suit Magneto, long story short, that's when Magneto turned over a new leaf. He wore a white suit to represent purity and said, yeah, well, I'm done with this evil stuff.
Yeah. What else? I don't remember. Jean dies. What happens? Well, in the beginning of throughout the movie, Professor X like writes like Jean's memories of her childhood, and she remembers it back.
So she forgot her memories?
Yeah. She saw. Yeah, she. Yeah, because you know Professor X is, you know, he has mental powers, but when she was hit, because you know because you remember the trailer, because they went into space, the X-Men, to save the astronauts, and she got hit by some kind of flare, a solar flare, and her power started going. So, and then she started remembering it. Her mental power started to grow.
What?
And she started to get tougher.
What? What?
Yeah.
What? What is
So she
this?
is 10 times.
I feel like I'm in math class. Oh my god. I feel like I'm in
What?
I feel like I'm in science class. Like I'm doing a whole lesson. Like,
Yeah.
Did you just explain how gravity works, or did you just explain Dark Phoenix?
Both.
Jesus, I thought you was explaining a movie, not Pythagorean theorem. Like, Jesus.
Well, that's what happened. So, Jean is 10 times more powerful than Professor X. So, yeah. So Professor X is weaker. So he's very weak.
Well, my battery is 10%. It hit the 15-minute 10% mark. So, yeah, let's wrap this up. So I can get my charging so we can
I wanted to really like cut that up, the whole spoil, because I really wanted to say the entire movie. So
yeah. Cause I was, but like I said, my battery, and if I run upstairs to go get it, I would waste time, and my time constraints with this, I try to keep it a certain length so that I can do what I need to do and upload and all that. But yeah. So anyway, guys, before we wrap it up, the Webtoon recommendations for this week are Crumbs, which is a pretty wonderful webtoon. It just started, it's brand new, and Ceez. The links for those two webtoons will be in the description. I like Crumbs because it's nice and calm, and the art style, I heard a lot of people in the comments or whatever saying like, I love this art style. I don't hate it, but at the same time I don't necessarily love it, or like, that's just me personally. It's not bad, it's not atrocious, it's not, oh my god, what is this? It's not anywhere on that scale, but I personally just go, keep that there. Like, just it's fine, alright. And the other webtoon I have to recommend, it's about 31 episodes, because it has an episode 0, even though it technically says 30 episodes. And I think that this webtoon Ceez is phenomenal. I like it. I like the story, the art, the way it fits well vertically. I can't think of any complaints to this series or anything like that. But yeah. Also, I have my own webtoon, guys. I haven't been updating it lately, but June 26th is about to come. And even though I'm gonna be doing something new, I'm gonna have more time to like draw and stuff, because you know, that's what I do in my spare time. I don't play video games, edit, or record podcasts. I just lazily put stuff up on YouTube for nobody to share. Share this video right now.
yeah.
I don't care what platform you on. If you on Apple, rated 5-star. Yeah. But anyway, guys, I'm done being an aggressive child. And remember, on this here podcast,
he's a bad influence to a student.
Anyway, guys, just remember, on this here podcast, there's no such thing as safety, because nobody's safe. Hey.
R.I.P. everyone.
Hey, wrap up on my whole
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, R.I.P.